Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very different game than the last time you saw some of these nice faces. We're playing Lancer. We're playing a mini campaign of Lancer called Nostrodamus Corp Phantom Ice. I am your mech wrangler for today's session. My name is Ian. My pronouns are he, they. You might previously have seen me playing Weary. No longer the case. Now I will be marshaling the various mercenary mech pilots that you see arrayed before you. And I'm gonna go ahead and I guess popcorn toss it around to whoever would like to introduce themselves. You can jump in.
Sure. Hi, everyone.
Yes.
You may have heard of my voice from such things as Ballad of the Seven Dice podcast, or I've guessed it all over everywhere, and I was also the GM for the previous campaign. Today, I will be playing Teddy, whose pronouns are he, him, just like mine. Look at that. See, I looped it around like I forgot my own pronouns. There we go. And Teddy is a lovable guy. He's he's more in his 40s. He has one kid, he's ready to have another, and he needs to make some more money. So him and his spouse agreed that he's got to get out there and get away from the mall security job, and he's ready to Lancer.
All right. Pass it to whoever you want, Lucas.
Anna.
Oh, hey, that's me. I am Anna, aka Archival Does Funny Most Places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG streamer and podcaster. Find me on Twitter at Archival Does Fun. I am also the associate producer for Response Team Omicron, a Lancer actual play podcast, and lead producer for Emergent Code, an upcoming queer and trans-led Animon Story podcast. Tonight I will be playing Sadie, whose call sign is Glow, and her mech Boiling Point. You'll probably find out pretty quickly why it's called that. But yeah, looking forward to it. She, her, for both of us.
All right. And Anna, you can pass it down.
Let's go Thomas.
I had this feeling. I could feel it was going to be me. So I'm Thomas. He, they. I run my own podcast, Role Performance. That's ROLE Performance. I don't really do much else other than that, and occasionally, when we have the time, run and write live shows here in Glasgow. So if we're in the UK and we happen to have a show going, I would appreciate people showing up. I will be playing Spinell Wellman. It goes by call sign Wrench. Pronouns they, them. They are piloting their mech Rusty, named because it looks like a cute dog, and cute dog names are cute. And they pilot solely because they love mechs and they need a little bit of money, but for personal reasons that they will not really personally disclose right away.
All right. Thomas, you can pass it down. I believe we're getting there. We're close.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Eva, why not?
Hello, I am Eve, she, her, and I am playing Shira Talladega, aka Girl Boss, along with her mech, Gatekeep. And Shira is a food blogger previously. She still does that. Like, she's more into the general influencer game now that she's a Lancer. And she's got a weird quirk with her multiversal causality index that makes her about 10,000 that gives her about a 10,000% increased chance of being near explosions. And they figured out that by placing her near explosions on a regular basis, it actually causes the number of explosions not happening near her in reality to drop by a whole 1.9%. So Lancer's a pretty good gig for the universe for her to have. Go ahead, go, Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess, and my pronouns are she, her. I played on the last Rise game, which was a ball, and I'm very excited for this one. I will be playing Nico, whose call sign is Rummage, and whose machine is Mudlark. And Nico's pronouns are she, they. And let's just say Nico is an artist. And their mech is their canvas. So that will be fun for me.
All right. So I want us to take a moment and take a deep, weird breath just to start off. So however you want that to be. And we'll get started. Let me see if I can shift the music because now I'm
Hold
on
on.
audio duty.
Are we doing a weird breath?
You can do a weird breath if you want. That's pretty weird.
Thank you.
All right, weird breath established. Let's see if this music is what I need it to be.
Okay.
All right, whatever it's. Okay. Is it starting? I'm not hearing it on mine.
It's quiet. I
I
have something.
hear it.
Yeah, I'm still not hearing any music.
Well, me and the Twitch chat, we have the tunes, so.
All right, so this is
Lucky.
this is pretty jamming. I like this. This is a good place to start. We begin our scene with a low rumble and distant whirring of machinery and electromagnets. I tricked you there. Electromagnets don't make any noise. You are currently within the maintenance framework of the space elevator between the planet Brooks and the station Lucy. Above you is the semi-transparent layer of carbon filaments showing the scene of a space battle between the Brooks Defense Forces and the Righteous Bean Pirates. While the elevator rides up, you are perpendicular to the planet below, held in place by the elevator ring's artificial gravity. The sight is dizzying, like a spinning panorama of starship carnage. You are Lancers. You are the cavalry on your first major mission as a mercenary company to protect some high-yield weapons and supplies as they are transported up to the station. The shield plating keeps the elevator safe from starship fire, but the same cannot be said for enemy Lancers. Echoing within the framework, you can hear the buzz of laser cutters breaking into the sealed chamber doors. It's do or die as the buzzing stops, and the oxygen in the place is vented with a loud hiss. Then silence. Then chaos. This skirmish will feature gravity, so long as you remain within the space elevator. Should you fall out, you will likely plummet several thousand feet. You have been given emergency mag boot attachments, should you fly out, that allow you to stick to the outside of the elevator. But if you're doing your job right, you shouldn't be there. Your goal is to last 5 rounds defending 3 bulwark hatches that allow access to the interior of the elevator. Should the elevator be breached, you are to enter evac tubes in the deployment zone, escape upwards, and activate the elevator's full stop. As such, the resistance force in Lucy Station needs those weapons. It would be way worse if they ended up in pirate hands, so stopping the elevator is your last-ditch should you fail effort. Should you succeed, you will escort the supplies to Mission Command and await further orders from Captain Corsican. Now, before we begin, since you're all mech pilots on a mission, I want you to introduce your character and your mechs. Or I guess you've introduced your characters. Give me a little scene of what cool thing you were doing down on the surface of Brooks before you got into the space elevator. And while I do that, Lucas, if you can turn on the visual of the Roll20. There we go. That's our little logo, but we're going to shift to a map, and I'll explain the map as soon as you all explain the cool things that you do before you get onto the space elevator.
Yeah, well, I think Shira is busy taking a bunch of selfies with her and Gatekeep. So, just stand off to the side. Gatekeep is a large spider tank type mech. So, 4 big legs and a big massive cannon on the back, along with a couple of mortars and all that. It's just painted bright pink.
All right.
Yeah.
And you can pass it around, yeah.
So Teddy is just trying to pick up the assault rifle that he had dropped from his mech's hands. His call sign is Teddy because he accidentally put his name in thinking that he was supposed to fill out a form or something, and he just hasn't been able to figure it out how to change back. But his mech is known as the Segway. It is all uniform, like starter mech colors, like straight out of Training Academy, because he's very proud. He passed his training certificate with like a 70%, so real stoked. Yeah, and he is just quickly trying to, a bit of a butterfingers, trying to pick up this assault rifle that the safety is not on.
Yeah.
So Nico, kind of weirdly in the background of
It's
some
going
of
great.
Shira's.
Oh,
Oh.
you can pass it on.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Jess.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
Yeah,
I was done. Oh.
Oh.
yeah, I think Ian froze up there first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
Cool.
me.
I didn't know what was happening. Okay, anyway, Nico's kind of not on purpose, but kind of awkwardly in the background of some of Shira's pictures. And please imagine what was once probably a pretty standard Everest mech, but has been kind of cobbled together. The arms don't match, the legs don't match. It looks like it was made from parts from a junk heap, and kind of on the back part, it looks like just shards and beams and shapes of rusted metal have just been welded on there for reasons you can't really guess at just right off the bat. And kind of behind Shira on this area that's kind of, I assume, like a parking lot, kind of using their boost thrusters there, kind of like a high pressure wash. They're like making shapes on the concrete, and it's just like swirls and shapes and squares.
Anytime Nico's in the background of any of her shots, she tags it with #art.
Oh, it's that cross-brand synergy.
Mhm.
All right. So, is that do we have a full picture of our squad, or am I missing someone, or did my brain
We're
just?
still got 2 to go.
Yeah. we're
Okay,
talking
thank
two
you.
of
I
them.
was like, oh my god, my brain is. I'm racing. Go ahead.
Sadie, as she gets ready to climb into boiling point, I think is unwrapping the tape from her hands and kind of wiping some blood off her face. She was fighting somewhere. There was a match somewhere. Almost certainly wasn't sanctioned. But yeah, she is here. She's formerly of a Union FFT far field team. So her experience is as an electronics specialist, exploring new planets at the frontier. She has technically 10 years of experience with the FFT, though she joined it 70 years ago because of how aging works when you spend most of your time in cryo. Yeah, boiling point is a bright red and orange GMS Komolungma, which is GMS's brand new hacking platform. And as she's climbing up into it, all of her sensors go up. She's checking everything, sending out test pings to her teammates to make sure all of our systems are connected, and just prodding their firewalls to make sure everything's in shape before we head into battle, because you never know what the enemy's going to bring.
As for Wrench, they would have already been sitting inside Rusty, which, though the name may imply there's more sense of irony, obviously, because it's a large, almost chrome-colored, just fairly simplistic sort of design, just very humanoid. The most sort of standout part is obviously the little additional tiny arms that Wrench is currently using to just sort of inspect just random pieces of junk to see if they can use them or repair any sort of things before we launched off. I imagine any of the pings that they've received for anything, there's probably just it will look like my Discord where it's just like 100 messages that I'm just never going to read. And they're just like, no, leave that.
Are you with us, Ian? Okay.
Oh no.
Cool.
Oh, everyone! I got a message from Ping.
That's just me,
There's a
nothing to
ping
worry
here.
about.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
We flat out lost Ian.
We lost the game master.
I guess we won.
Yeah,
We win.
That is how we defeated Ian and his mech story. We entered the elevator.
Does that mean we get to get like License 2 already?
That's right.
Are we licensed
Jump
level 2?
immediately to license 2.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, get my new mech.
I want my
Thanks everybody for
Lancaster.
coming out. Our Lancer stream.
I like all this this fancy retrograde the mech art. Looks real rad.
Mech art is
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
fun.
it's. I was having way too much. I wish I was looking at. I don't know how much they charge for the subscription because I was like, I kind of want all the little bits. I want to play with all of it.
I think you can go on. They have a Patreon that you can sign into.
Also, I imagine just a minimum of $1. I will certainly look.
Don't worry, I'm certain Ian will be back shortly. They are probably swearing and panicking in front of a laptop, trying to see why it froze.
Yeah, I think Ian just needs like new internet.
I think the world
Internet
needs a new
too.
internet. We just need to we did this. It was fun. Let's get the better internet now, just everywhere.
I do.
Internet 2.0.
Yeah.
I am loving this lineup of mechs though, because we have like the soft plastic bright pink. We have the standard factory issue gray.
Straight out of the 3D printer.
We
Yeah.
have all chrome. We have red with like a cool cape. And then just rust. Just metal and rust.
Real ragtag group.
Very.
Like I said,
Oh.
it's going to get worse when we get our specialties.
Don't
Yeah.
worry though, we min-max the hell out of these characters. We're ready to go. And
I haven't
It
changed
looks
anything
like,
from the test.
Thomas is Ian now.
Okay.
So, I guess
Thomas?
Thomas is in charge.
What?
how do we win, Thomas? What
Yeah,
riches?
Thomas.
Yeah, on the stream, you're the GM now.
Sadly, I haven't read any of the rules. I
Perfect.
don't know what we're doing. That means, okay, roll D100, I guess. Let's see that's how we start combat.
I
Roll it,
used
Lucas.
my infinity cannon. Let's see, D100. I got an 8. Nailed
That's
it.
no.
Ooh.
The whole building explodes.
I thought we were going
Well,
Call of
okay,
Cthulhu.
hold on. I got a maybe 4. Did I survive this?
Yeah, you get blown out of the explosion.
I
You know,
look at the
like-
camera while the building's coming down. Looks like Teddy did it again.
Whoops.
Where is... Yeah, Ian's not even showing up in the...
Use studio laughter.
Yeah, right. Film before a live studio audience.
Oh, that's our Teddy.
Unfortunately, the audience just continuously gets blown up because they are witnessing live mech combat.
I'm texting Ian.
No. He's
I am
chatting.
livid looking at my internet.
Chatting in Discord,
waiting.
yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Florida.
This music's good though. I didn't even
I
know
got-
Sirenscape had this kind of stuff.
I would like to listen to the music.
I would
Yeah.
too.
So good.
How do I get?
If you
Are
go,
we
It's very
sure
good.
that it's...
yeah, go to the like pinned links. If you click the Sirenscape thing to like join the thing, maybe it'll like reconnect you. Listen to our
done
fun
that.
technical difficulties, dear listeners.
Yeah, I've got something different. but
I will
still-
say on our because I rewatched it recently on our last stream, Rise of Narlathotep, our first session, everyone was frozen for like 15 minutes,
Yeah,
except for Lucas.
let me tell you, your first time ever streaming, and you immediately get with one of those technical difficulties. Oh, the panic was real. If you-
I would just shut down and cry.
Yeah, if you ever want to experience additional levels of stress, panic, and anxiety, I'd highly suggest you go into streaming. Go into streaming and look at being the person who's also like the producer running OBS and everything. You're working with everyone. It's a dream. You can live this dream. It's there waiting for you.
All this could be yours.
You'd be like, but I didn't change anything in OBS. It should work the same. No.
Yeah, but no, that's OBS.
And then the fun of changing none of your sound settings and signing on and nothing's working.
So I learned some stuff about American news which was really funny.
Oh, don't watch him. Ooh, don't do that.
No, I was on TikTok. It was great. I found out that a bunch of American sensitive documents were leaked.
Yes.
They couldn't figure it out, and it's that dude in that Discord server. Just because they're calling him a
Roblox
beta,
or whatever.
he's got to prove he's cool, so he leaks spies' actual locations and battle plans.
It's from the Ukrainian war, all the battle plans and stuff that they were sort of sharing with people.
But then I found out a second person in the same field then later got arrested for trying to become a hitman on hireahitman.com.
Which he thought was a real website. Yep,
Yeah,
I saw that.
and he kept following
recently.
up.
Best
Hey,
and
I need
brightest.
50 grand. I need 50 grand to pay for my
It
kids.
was 5. It's 5 grand.
Was it 5? I
That's
thought it was
really
50.
low.
At least. Come on.
If it's 50, you could be like, all right,
I mean,
well,
when you're a rookie.
yeah, you're like, I get that. Yeah.
Ian comes back and we're like, 5K sounds pretty low to be a hitman.
I mean, if you don't have a portfolio yet, you got to take what
That's
you
Oh,
can
you
get.
gotta
Well,
start
that's the-
somewhere?
But that's the funny thing. He
Here's
had
my
like
pictures.
17 years military experience, so he's like, yeah, I've killed people, so I know what I'm doing.
Oh, messy.
It's like, why?
It's like a.
Chill's in the chat and said, charge what you're worth.
It's
Well,
true, it's
exactly.
true. Yeah. You gotta think about your hourly rate, the expenses, the gas that you're gonna be spending.
Ammunition.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Bullets are
yeah.
expensive.
You gotta,
Back to
you got a new outfit. You always gotta have a new outfit for each one. Look good.
Oh yeah.
Look good,
Back
feel
to-
good.
Lancer things.
Mm.
Were we all in the same class? I feel like Sadie's definitely.
I don't think
Been doing this.
so. I think we all probably were hired by, like obviously the same
this
group and all that, but
job.
it's just like whoever would take the job. I imagine in the Lancer verse, there's just always a lot of openings, and when your employers get destroyed or the planets you are on get completely ravaged, you're like, gotta find a new job. So you
Your
move
moon
on.
gets stolen by an
If-
evil AI.
Yeah.
If Shara was in any of your classes, she did not spend a lot of time in those classes because a bunch of scientists were trying to figure her out.
hmm I was at every class. I had to take like probably the after school classes as well. Just really try to figure this whole thing out. Cannot grasp most of this, but I'm here. We did a few missions. I'm ready. You learn
think-
on the job, you know.
Teddy and Shira are like that
Yeah.
for just general dumbassery, and we're fine with
We're
it.
bringing the human aspect to the
Yeah, exactly.
mechanical robot warfare.
I think Nico clept out of a couple courses in really dubious ways with really shady documentation.
As far as Sadie, Farfield teams generally are not Lancers. They're usually just scientists or soldiers on the ground on these planets. So being a Lancer is relatively new for her. So she's probably of the same Lancer experience as the rest of you.
Was it more like military kind of stuff you're going through?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Union Farfield teams. So there's scientific teams with some security attachment to them that are going out to frontier planets to figure out, can humans live here or will everyone get eaten? Sort of
So
thing.
you're the professional.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
the
it.
most professional. With
She has
Wrench,
seen
You're the
weird
person that
things.
you just like jammed on this specific team because you're like, these people are fucking idiots. They're going
need a
to
wrangler.
cost us so
They
much
need one.
fucking money. Keep them in line.
You survived what? Perfect. Come over here.
Get in there.
That is why I took the leadership skill.
Yay.
Talent for hers.
I was a leadership coach in my mall security task force. We held off a lot of ruffians, a lot of teens who were spray painting the joint.
Wily
loiterers.
teens.
And we've all been kids before. So he just could never get angry enough or mean enough to scare them off properly. So it probably just became more of a game to see what they could do.
I think Wrench they initially joined Nostrodamus as a mechanic, but then realized that Lancers get paid more. So it's like, well, I get to be close to the mechs, so I might
That's
as
true.
well.
That's true.
I get my own
All
one.
your field maintenance and whatnot. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I intended, like I say, I intend Wrench and Rusty to be essentially the cleric equivalent for mechs.
Ooh.
I want to do all the repairs.
Just keep us running.
I definitely went the more.
Please.
Absolutely. I need somebody to keep Gatekeep
Yes,
up and going because
I kind of
feel
was
really,
grateful when I
really
saw
bad
that
if
they were-
Gatekeep dies.
I love the support classes, like playing video games and stuff. Love jumping in the support class, and I was like, I always wanted to play a character whose like their main stuff was like shields, and yeah, pretty stoked that this whole guy's stuff is going to be based around just shielding people and being a shield.
Are you going Saladin eventually?
Yeah,
Nice.
it looked real cool.
I saw the Lancaster and I was like, that has 12 repair points and drones that it can send out to use those on people in combat. That is what I want.
Lancaster is pretty much the only way to repair other people's mech.
Yep,
Maybe
I saw that and I
yeah.
was like, well, that's the one. It also has a bunch of subsystem slots. So I was like, oh, I can have a lot of stupid little things attached to this.
I want a big hammer.
Ooh.
It's whatever
think-
gets me that.
Does the Blackbeard not have a hammer? Or was I...
They got pirate
Can't you
mechs.
just get like
maybe
an
some kind
archaic
of-
weapon?
Maybe some kind of plasma saw. Something fun. I want to smash things.
And what's there's like? Isn't there? You said there's a gun that's not a gun, but it's a gun.
Oh yeah,
But it's not.
I mean, there's
But it
a
is.
few. Pegasus has.
I like
It's
that.
Yeah,
orb.
no, Pegasus guns are all just like very weird.
It's like playing that game Control.
Some of them are guns, but not. Other ones are guns, but they are guns, but they're absolutely not guns. It's explicitly stated that this is not a gun, even though it works like a gun. It actually works like every gun.
So are all your guns Chekhov's gun? It's the gun
Welcome to
that when you
paracausal
first
science.
see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yay!
hey, welcome
Hey.
back.
Hi everyone. My internet decided to die.
I love that you came back with a
full on
popsicle though.
heat death,
Yeah.
and I needed to not be upset. I needed to calm
I've
myself
been there.
down. So I got a popsicle.
My whole street had a power outage once during a stream, so I just started eating ice cream.
We've been
Well-
chatting up our characters' backstories a bit and motivations and hitmen.
It's good. I heard that.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh
fast.
no.
so close.
Chekhov's gun bit, and I'm
Right.
okay. Minor fear.
Mm-hmm.
We-
So,
oh, there you are.
okay.
Maybe
Oh man. Oh.
just whatever tabs you don't
Turn off
need.
everything in the background.
It's all off. Everything else.
Disconnect your
Um,
phone.
Yeah, no, it's my own fault because before the stream started, I said, well, the internet or like OBS is like a soft magic system.
And you're like, I also need to download every episode of One Piece right now.
Okay, it's fine. It'll recover.
If you'd like to change the music, or what music did you have on before? I have Sirenscape open. I can just.
It is well how the sausage is made. It is Cyberpunk Warehouse 29 combat music.
That sounds like my jam.
Oh, it's good,
I wanna
Eve. Oh
listen
my
to
god.
it. I don't know why it won't let me.
All right, I'm passing music.
Yeah.
I'm passing the music handoff to Lucas because everything.
All right, you said Cyberpunk.
Oh.
What was the full name? I should.
It was Cyberpunk. It was Warehouse 29, and it was the battle music only.
Oh man, I typed
Strawberry?
Cyberpunk with a. With an
It's making
S.
sound. It's
you
making
did it.
sound.
You did it.
Hey, did you click the link?
I only clicked the link about 20 fucking times.
Perfect.
Reset up. I linked from the website. I did a direct link. Tried that. That didn't work. I tried a direct link from the app to the website. That didn't fucking work. I
There we
tried
go.
resetting it multiple times. That didn't work. And I reset it once more. And now it works. So
All
fucking
right.
fucking stupid.
All right,
Shit.
we're
Piece
back.
of shit. I
We're
hate
ready.
this
It
shit.
wouldn't be a first
We're
episode
back.
without technical difficulties.
We're back.
We got some
We have
music going.
returned.
We described
Yeah.
our mechs. We're in an elevator.
did.
We're ready.
Yeah. So if you all zoom out a touch for this map, there's a fun little quirk that I would like to let you all know. You will see big arrows on the edges of the map. Y'all know Pac-Man, right?
I was about to say it's a Pac-Man scenario.
Due to the limits of a flat plane representing a 3D battle map, this is a ring around an elevator tube. So all those big bulwark doors that are kind of 2 squares by 2 squares are essentially those defense points that you need to make sure are safe. And it takes the enemy like a full action to break them open, so it's not like you have to get there and then break it open, so you don't have to worry too much. As long as you're still holding one, you should be fine.
Hold on.
probably.
What are we defending? Which
yeah.
one? Could you click and,
so-
like ping it?
Yeah, I sure can. These little doors right here.
Okay, cool. Okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, this is a Pac-Man, so you can walk around all the way to the other side.
Nice.
Okay, so we don't want them getting into those doors.
Yeah. You need to survive 5 rounds of people trying to get into those doors. If you wipe out all the enemies, I'll just let you know, and we'll end and move on to the next scene. So
Oh, cool. That sounds
always
easy.
that
Let's just
possibility.
wipe out all the enemies.
No
So
problem.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta finish my popsicle.
All right.
It's the only thing keeping me powerful in this moment. But yeah, you are all in the little deployment zone. That's that purple box. You can move yourself around in anywhere in that purple box that you want. If you move up, you will see a little legend of the kind of setups. Walls are hardcover, but there are also walls relevant if you do any structural damage to them, because that can puncture a hole where you can fly into space. Although the oxygen's already out, so you won't fly into space, but you can walk out if you want. But you're also moving up at a really high speed, so as soon as you step out of the little artificial gravity bubble they got going on, it's going to be a lot of G's. So something to think about. You got hardcover outlined in green, or sorry, soft cover outlined in green, hardcover outlined in blue. Walls are also hardcover. Any logistical questions about the map?
Some of the soft cover green things, can we move those?
You can. I can go into the map layer and move around the box.
Because I think if we have any time, we should move some of those and block some of the entrances.
Well, the fun thing about Lancer is that when you're starting combat, you're starting combat. So the minute one of you activates, one of the enemies is also activating.
Oh,
All right.
I'm good to go. Let's do this.
go.
Yeah.
Let's dance.
Popsicle completed. So, with that, let's get a mosey on down. You guys have all gotten set up in the zone, and that open that I delivered earlier is still true, and my pending brain freeze is not going to distract me in this moment, as a crunch and a hiss happens, and some of the hatches on the outside pop open, and I will reveal some of the little guys in the layers. Oh, that's just one of the guys. I need all of the guys.
Oh, look at that little guy.
All right, so there's some little guys there. They are going to start in the actual space. So they have a fun color scheme. If you zoom in, they got like kind of like a McDonald's with some teal sort of situation going on.
I love that.
I'm not. learning.
These are the
No.
righteous. These are the righteous bean pirates. You got some coming from that side, and some others coming from the other side. Although it's a ring, so it's all relative anyway.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a big one.
All right, so as those blast doors crunch open, and some pirates zoom in from both sides, you hear some chatter on your mics as some of the righteous bean pirates go onto the public channel, basically, because I imagine it works like that. It's fun. You can do a little bit of trash
General
talk if you
chat.
wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a
Gundam.
general chat, like a la Gundam.
Just like
and
dissing each other.
yeah, and then one of the pilots was like, Hey, they only sent like 5 people. This is gonna be easy. Jimmy, you said they were gonna have like 10 and like with spears and like big heavy mounted weapons. Jimmy, you were dead wrong. And Jimmy is silent on the general chat, thoroughly bullied.
Hey,
who would
now
like to
come on!
activate first?
I wouldn't blame Jimmy for all that. After all, they probably just doing the best with what they had.
All right, Terrence, I really appreciate that you see the best in people, but I need you to turn that part of your brain off so we can delete these Lancers.
What?
Oh.
Oh, that wasn't you being an NPC. That was Teddy.
Yeah.
I was so lost. I was like, "Oh, you're just picking it up. Go for it."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
no,
so
you-
used to Lucas
That's
being all the
fair.
NPCs.
That's fair. I'm just Teddy today.
Oh man, my brain.
If
just
you ever
had
need me to be
rewrite
an
itself.
NPC, I will jump in.
No, I'll let you know. I thought you were just really in there. Yeah, no. One of the the pilots goes, "No, it's okay. You don't have to defend me. I'm gonna blow you up soon."
Well, I understand. It's,
All right. Who would like to activate first?
Do have a hacker.
that's true. If our hacker wants to go first.
Hack a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but they're all really
Maybe.
far away.
Okay.
It might be better to let them get a bit closer.
Mhm.
If other people want to get into position first.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the getting into position round. If I'm being honest,
Sure. How far is it that we can move exactly?
you have a
4.
movement on your sheet based on the amount of squares
This is
that you can
true.
move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ignore the feet increments because you're all in mechs.
Yeah,
Just
so it's
go by
each
squares. Yeah, which under the feet measurement it says squares anyway. So.
Okay.
So segue. It seems like you're going to activate
Yeah.
first.
Oh, why not?
Sure.
I will go ahead and now the leadership, does that like can a person just hold that, or does that only last for like one turn, and then if they don't spend it, it's done skis?
I think it gets refunded to you if they do not spend it.
Okay. So I'll use that as my free action, and just say, well, girl boss, if you wanna get yourself all set up, I know you can blow stuff up from a ways away there. And so I will go ahead. I feel like they're gonna be too far to shoot me. I'm very confident right now. I'm gonna go ahead
Okay.
and move myself there.
Yeah, you can check the range of your weapon.
I believe it is 10. So
So 10 squares, you might be able to hit somebody. You can check.
no, everyone's outside of it. That's okay.
Okay. Well, that's fine with you. You can
Oh,
do
there's more over there. I
it's
did
like
not
an
see this one.
Overwatch sort of thing.
Yeah, you can do a reaction and activate an Overwatch to skirmish when somebody comes within your threat range.
I think I'll do that
should
with my pistol.
Cool. All right, so you get set up, getting ready to shoot at the first person who comes within your 10 square range. So from there, you hear a. Oh, did you want to do anything else?
Nope, that's everything.
All right, so you hear a loud crunch and bang as the final one of their mechs kind of enters in. It's the big bulky one with the spider legs. And the one who's kind of calling the shots is like, all right, Erica, I need you to get up in there and, fire your shots. You're pretty good with the assault rifle. And Erica is going to go ahead and zoom in. 1, 2, 3. I need to read the thing. There we go. They all have 4 as well, so that makes my life easier. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and is that within 10 squares, or is it
It is
just
not.
outside of your range?
It's just outside.
Okay. So there's this awkward moment where you both kind of angle into position and are both just in a too weird of a spot to
Are you
shoot
gonna-
each other.
Okay.
And she just kind of goes, "Oh no, I was just gonna," and then she is gonna go ahead and activate her boost and get into position behind some soft cover. So you are going to be able to take a shot.
All right.
So she takes another 3, 4 actually, and sets up behind the cover.
Would I just click the skirmish one?
Yeah, you would click skirmish and you would choose the weapon
Okay.
that you want to shoot.
All right. So I got ruled it. Did it pop up for you?
I
got an 8.
What did you roll? Yeah, an 8. So to hit this assault unit, The evade is 8, so you do hit.
All right. So that is 1 with a reliable of 2.
So the reliables if you miss.
Okay.
And this assault unit has 1 armor. So you fire off some shots, and they just kind of plink off of the armor.
Oh, jeez.
And she pokes her mech's head up over it. Is like, I thought there was more. Is there more? Okay.
Oh, 1 sec.
And she tucks behind cover again. All right. Who would like to activate next?
Do we want me to blow up Erica real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go blow up Erica. All right, guys, I'm gonna go kill that one. Is that okay? Am I allowed to do that?
Do you say that in your general chat and your group chat?
General chat.
Erica's like, I would rather you not, but go off, I guess.
So cordial. Everyone's so nice.
Yeah.
Well, we have the
So
2 nice
polite.
people going first. And then...
Yeah, so I'll just go boop here. But am I allowed to fire my mortar twice?
I believe
It's not loading or anything.
If you barrage, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because I can't fire my howitzer because I moved.
Yeah. If it's not loading, you should be able to do it twice.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just go
Barraging
boop right
is-
there and fire my howitzer twice. I'm not concerned about the cover. It's got arcing.
Oh, what was that, Anna? Sorry.
Barraging is 2 mounts.
Oh.
So
So it has to be 2 different weapons.
Oh.
Hmm.
But yeah. That's
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Oh, I know what I could do.
Yeah.
I will run down there. I will fire the mortar.
Mm-hmm. So skirmish it up.
Yep.
All right. So the mortar is an arcing weapon, and the ceilings in this are high enough that you should be fine, and you don't have to worry about the cover that Erica is behind right now.
Well, I rolled an 18,
All right. So yeah, your mortar impacts with deadly precision.
and I did max damage, so 6.
Ooh,
Or
okay.
or excuse me, that's actually 7. Or
All right.
does it? It adds the +1 in.
Yeah. So with an
Comp con,
armor,
I'm assuming.
yeah. So with an armor of 1, that goes down to a 6 damage, but that's still pretty sizable. In fact, and I'm just gonna read this to make sure I'm doing it right. That's enough that Erica's like, oh, geez, and is going to activate their reaction as an assault mech, which is hunker down. So they're going to take half damage from all attacks for that round. So instead of
Same.
taking 6, they take 3.
And yeah, with my final half a move there, I'm gonna go ahead and toss down a smoke grenade in front
Ooh.
of me and Teddy
Oh,
here
yeah.
to give
Yeah,
us
hell.
both soft cover.
Well, actually,
Sure.
remember, when you are 2 squares within me, you got hardcover.
Oh shit!
Well,
That's cool
I
too,
will take
but I'll
so-
give
I will
you
take
soft
soft
cover.
cover.
You
for
are the
sure.
wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate
Eddie's
the
a big
assist.
bear.
Yeah. All right. So you throw down a smoke cloud. How big is that? It should be. It should give you a blast range.
I think it's 20.
Within range 5.
Yeah. how big
Blast
is it,
area
though?
2.
Oh,
Okay, so
2
I
by
can
2.
throw it. I can throw it
Yeah,
within
yeah.
5.
Yeah,
blast
which is
area
fine.
too.
That totally hits. All right, yeah, you throw a smoke bomb, and there is now a plume of smoke, granting Segway some soft cover. And because it's a hallway that you've just blocked with the smoke, I will say it also grants you soft cover. All right. Afterwards, you hear a buzzing mechanical shearing sound, which
Aw.
generally is not good. 1, 2, 3, and let me make sure. As a mech walks up that looks to be a large cylinder, and the cylinder has various openings within it where you see like just glowing fireflies, but they're nothing as nice as fireflies. They're mostly like razor sharp nano machines, as this is a hive mech, and currently it's getting into position. It's a little bit more mobile than its assault counterpart and is able to move from here to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to check its range. Oh, what am I saying? I don't need to check its range. It just needs to do its cool thing it does. So
Oh, no.
it opens up and deploys a swarm of razor sharp nanomachines. I'm going to see how many times I can say that very fast. And let's see. Sensor range is... Okay, 10. So if it's within 10, it can do that. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's just out of range of y'all, so... Oop.
Yep.
Oh, nice. That's perfect. So, all right. In that case, it will boost to cover as a quick action, and then use its other quick action to summon the little razor thing. So I have a little token for that, so let me grab that. Of all the times for my mouse to give me a hard time. If it's not one thing, it's another. Eh. Oh my god.
Aw, peas, girl boss. Looks like we got some peas.
Oh man, I'm really upset. My of all the times. Okay, that's fine. I'll just grab it the old-fashioned way. With the trackpad like a monster.
Oh.
Alright, so we got some razor swarms, and they're being dumped directly onto Segway. So, Segway. The Razor Swarm works as follows. It is a Blast 1 Razor Swarm. It has to be a free area, actually. So let me move it a little bit to the right. In fact, Segway, could you move yourself for just a second?
Excuse me. Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, layers on roll 20. You're so finicky.
Step out of the way
Alright.
of the bees.
Just gotta squeeze
All right,
past
there
you
we
here.
go.
All right, yeah.
There we go. The bees are here, and they... Yeah. All right. So, essentially, if you are within the area or you move into it for the first time, you take 2 burn, and the hive can deploy any number of razor swarms, each of which persists until the scene is done. So this is not the first razor swarm. This is the first razor swarm, but it will not be the last. And that's going to be the hive's turn, because all it could do was boost and throw down its razor swarm. Go ahead, whoever wants to activate next.
Real quick, Cher turns around in her cockpit, takes a selfie. Hashtag we are being attacked by bees.
You get a real close look in your selfie, like there's one of the razor swarms like just close enough at your range. You see that they're all like tiny little mechanical pellets with angry eyebrows drawn on them.
Nice.
And they have like knives sticking out of them.
I like it.
Yeah, so with that, who goes next?
I can go next and try to cover this other half of the hallway.
That's good thinking.
Since there's other mechs coming, and you just hear like over our chat, and it's like, bees? They have bees. I didn't even think about bees. Bees. We should get bees. And then I'm
Add
going
to
to
the
use
list.
my movement 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to boost to move again 3, 4 to get there, and activate my Overwatch. So if anybody comes within range, I can get them.
All right,
and
what's your
quick-
range?
Let me see. I think it's it's 10.
You got it.
Also, to activate a core system, is that like an action? Or
Core system is free unless it says it's not.
okay. Cool. Oh, it's already on. Never mind. Okay.
Oh, okay. So you have the extra to accuracy, and you can do an
Yes.
extra action
Mhm.
or quick tech
Yes.
or quick action, I should say. All right, what are you doing? You got set up. You're overwatching. That's it.
I'm basically doing the same thing that Teddy just did. I'm
You
just
got
getting ready because I
All right.
know they're over there, and someone
All
needs
right.
to be ready.
Cool. So up next, I did not mean to move you there. Up next is going to be a mech that looks like a round ball with spider legs. You can see little almost like hard light constructs that are like all over, like floating lazily around it. And you would recognize this as an Aegis mech, which is capable of creating a sort of repulsing shield. So outside of that, it's just going to dash, basically. Or not dash. This isn't D&D. All right. It's going to boost. And it's going to move 1, 2, 3. Up. Oh, it can only move 3, so it's a little slow. So the boost is going to give it another 3, but that's most of what it can do. 1, 2, 3. So actually, it'll be right here, so it'll at least have a little bit of cover. Up next, who would like to go?
Wrench can go, because I want to do something similar to what Girlboss has actually done, and give. Though I don't necessarily like Nico, buddy. They're gonna need some cover. So I will have
What happened?
Wrench.
What?
There's already beef. I love it.
We've been
Like-
gaming. We this campaign's been going for 45 minutes.
Unprompted beef.
Unprompted beef. Oh, this just means Nico thinks you guys are best friends. Buckle up.
Bees?
That's the worst. So yeah, Wrench will move. I don't think I need to move that close, but I will just for ease, and we'll do something similar. We'll just take a small smoke grenade and drop it on top of.
Mudlark?
Yeah, Mudlark. Sorry.
Yeah, you
For
got it.
That. So I think I
Alright.
moved that smoke grenade. There we go. And that will be their turn for now. Unless, can I Overwatch on top of that just in case?
It's just I believe an Overwatch is a full. You can check your buttons on CompCon, and I'll let you know if you can. Because you did a quick tech.
Overwatch is a reaction, so it's not on your turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you should still be able to skirmish. So yeah, you can Overwatch.
Yeah, I'll just sort of be prepared with the assault rifle just in case, I guess.
All right. So on the righteous beans, this assault moves up 4, 2, 3, 4. Moves up as well. I believe that is within your range, Mudlark. Or maybe just out. Nope, just in. So they do boost, and
Nice.
you can make your shot before they make their shot.
Right into
Shot.
these. They boost right into these bullets.
Yeah. So yeah, they boost forward and are almost immediately like peppered with bullets, but they are aiming
Yep.
their gun as soon as you finish your attack.
Ah, rude. Go. Okay, I rolled a 12 for
Oh, 12
5
hits.
damage.
All right. It has armor 1, so it only takes 4, but it still takes 4, which is always good. You see some of the bullets spray and break into some of its brightly, garishly painted armor, and then it levels this pilot levels an assault rifle at you. And I pressed the weapons, but oh god, that's too many. I'm sorry. Look at the first one only, which I believe misses. So you take just 2 damage.
Okay.
Because with the difficulty, it goes down to like a 3. So yeah, just 2 damage.
Cool.
Could have been 6. Much better that you just take 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
So
take 2.
so up last for your team is Boiling Point.
Yes, I was waiting for everyone to move just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So heat kind of radiates off of Boiling Point as Glow spools up the reactor. The air kind of shimmers around it. And I will, as protocols, first I will activate my core system, my
Ooh,
advanced
yes.
intrusion package. And then I will also, as a protocol, activate my Type 3 projected shield, specifically towards the hive. Going with the hive. So
Yeah.
you take a heat for that.
All right. So that one, if it attacks anyone but you, is going to have a hard time. All right.
No, if it attacks me.
Oh, okay. Just you. Got it. I'm thinking of a different thing.
Yeah, it's difficulty.
You got it.
If I make a melee ranged attack against it, or it makes one towards me, both of those are difficulty.
Cool.
I'm going to overcharge one as well.
For those of you at home, you can overcharge for extra actions, but your mech gets a little spicy in there. Some mechs like to be spicy, and that's called being in the danger zone.
Yes, that is why boiling point is called boiling point. And then I will move. I will move my speed of 4 to here, which puts a lot of people within range, which is wonderful.
It sure
with
does.
my overcharge, yes, I have sensors 15, so I can cover 2/3 of the map.
Oh, I see it. I can see your pink circle.
As my overcharged action, I will. Where is overcharge on? I will deploy a turret drone.
Oh, okay. I will go. I believe you should be able to drag and drop.
Those are under general. Yep.
It's under characters, yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to drop it. Let's drop it. Should I drop?
Oh, nice. So it's tiny, but it's there. It's a little
there.
drone
It's
that's
in
ready to
Answer.
fire off some shots if someone comes close.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I am going to I open up a folder on the desktop of my Mac and kind of scroll through a bunch of pop-up ads that I have, and I find a really annoying one that flashes bright colors. It's from Karrakin Trade Barony Prince. He needs help. He's locked out of his account. If you send him your banking info, he'll be able to reimburse you 10 times over. And I'm going to use with my Advanced Intrusion package my wide area code pulse. So I'll make a special invade attack against all enemies within my sensors, which is 4 of them currently.
That's 4 whole enemies, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so I will let you know. I believe you roll separately for each on AoE attacks, if I remember correctly.
So with this one, it's make a special invade attack against them.
Oh,
so it's just a single.
Okay. All right, so let's see. We're looking at an Aegis and a Hive and 2 assaults. So what'd you roll?
Let me roll it.
8. 10.
I rolled an 11.
That is enough to hit every single one of them. The highest is the Hive, which has a 10 E defense. And unless I am forgetting anything about any special traits that make them a little bit better at resisting, yeah, you're hitting all of them.
Awesome.
So yeah, they all get a message about Kraken Trade Baron who needs your help. You just have to send your credit card information.
Mm-hmm.
This is why
For
range
that,
doesn't
I'm able to pick a different option for each one if I like, but I'm going to select fragment signal for all of them, so they all take 2 heat, and everybody is impaired and slowed until the end of their next turn.
That's perfect, because now it's harder for them to get to y'all. So let me go ahead and pump up all of their heats as all of their mechs start to get spicy as well, as they consider maybe I can help this Baron and get my money 10 times over. That's actually a pretty good deal.
And
yeah,
I get a scan on all of them. I apologize.
All right, I'm ready for you. I'm ready. I'm what's the word? I'm wise to your games this time. So that's the Aegis. These are the assaults. So unfortunately, I can't really label them. And then the Hive is the third one.
Dear Watcher, what this means is that Anna is getting all the cool stats on the enemy. Like
I get all the schematics.
Yeah.
Sending out a ping, and it's just hitting all of them and getting all that info.
First set of 4 is the Aegis. Second set of 4 is Assault. Third set of 4 is the Hive.
Okay.
And then they all impaired and slowed. So let me give them a snail.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as these schematics,
option.
I'm stealing all of their schematics and setups from them, and I'm passing them out, sending them out immediately to my teammates. Right. So you all have that information as well.
You notice that you get a little bit more information than you bargained for, because you get the exact colors of paint And it is like ancient Corpo McDonald's red and ancient Corpo McDonald's yellow. And then baseline teal. It appears that they didn't have the money to get the teal that they wanted.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, I heard there
That's
is
okay.
still McDonald's that's out there. Yeah, it is sentient now,
out
but
there.
the food is real good.
You hear I think Eric over the comms. You know, I would love to try some of that nightmare food. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to
I don't
catch it first, though.
Oh, I hate this lore. All right. So with that, is there anything else Boiling Point is doing besides mass information overload?
No, as I send that out and flood their screens with all these flashing pop-ups, I send that
Yeah.
information out to my teammates. That should help us. Looks like their E-defenses are fairly weak for most of them.
Yeah. They're all a manageable E-defense, I would say. All right, so with that, it's going to be just the two remaining opponents we're going to activate. So, you see the big, well, you don't see, but you hear the big quadrupedal, spidery mech with like the truck chassis to its back. Trance forward. That's a fun word. I don't even know if it's real. It's going to go with one. Oh, geez. No, not that. 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to activate one of its abilities where it's going to summon a handy dandy little guy. You see it creates a little, from the like little truck chassis, it opens and a drone pops out. And this is a repair drone because this is a support mech. And this repair drone is going to pop up as soon as I can mess with the layers. Much like your team's own turret drone, this drone can be targeted. So as a quick action, a little tiny drone with little arms and like a space sealant gun pops out of the chassis and like deploys. So whenever they move through or next to the drone, it clamps onto them and discharges healing liquid goo into the mech. That's not. I was gonna say that's not. Oh, so I should probably move it here so they can go around. That was not how I phrased it. It does say that it clamps on and discharges. That is how Lancer wrote it. So if you want to be upset, you can be upset at them.
I'm not upset at all.
All right. With that, what else did I give? I gave the support some special stuff for me. I don't think it's gonna apply right now. I gave it like Oh, I can hear myself. Spooky.
Sorry, I'm trying to test something with the sound.
You're good. I think it might just. Oh no, that's a full action, so it can't do its other fun thing. So instead, it's going to boost, going 1, 2. Ow! Not just 2, 3, 4. And it's going to get set up to start deploying support systems to help the people right here. All right. So with that, the other hive is going to activate as well. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to put, okay, like a good half of your team within its sensor range. It's going to deploy, because this is the other hive, not the fun hive that you've been dealing with on one side. It's going to deploy its own swarm cloud right here. And not the bees. Yeah, so I'd say this one is actually, for now, well, no. Yeah, I did give one of them a leadership position. So this hive in particular is the one who started talking in the sensors and bullying Tommy, or whatever fake name I came up for these pirates. So that with that, it's going to make a quick tech action. Let's see if anybody's within range to attack somebody with something. I don't think so. Oh, it's out of range. So with that, instead, it's going to Oh, okay. I will do this one instead. Having seen the kind of destructive capabilities of people with guns, this hive is going to be spicy and make an attempt to try to E-attack Boiling Point. Let's see how well it goes for them. They're going to try a drone barrage. So a bunch of nano machines are going to fly out. That's a 19 against your E-defense. Actually, yeah, you're in range.
Yeah, a 19 will definitely hit.
All right, you are immobilized and impaired until the end of your next turn, or you can immediately move 5 feet in a direction chosen by the hive. They're just going to choose to immobilize you. So yeah, you see a bunch of drones suddenly flood onto your screen, and they plaster on a almost like picture perfect pixel. Oh,
The
you
target chooses.
Cool. Yeah, whichever one you want. But you do get plastered with a pixel perfect recreation of Eggman from the original Sonic games.
Amazing. I will let them move me 5 spaces.
Sure. All right. In that case, they will move you. Let's do past the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right in front of Wrench, but going in a route such that is it uninterrupted? It's a direction. Okay, I'd say they move you into the shredding swarm, if that's possible. So you would take 2 burn when you enter the shred zone. And I believe that's all it does. Yeah, if you move into it for the first time or start your turn in it, you take 2 burn. So you are right there. Okay, I was worried my internet was dying.
What's going on? BP, don't go
Yeah,
in.
so I don't know if you you know the animation of Eggman running and it spins by the circly thing because he's running away from the boss.
Yeah.
Or from Sonic. It's that. So as your mech is moved, you see a little animation of Eggman pushing your mech and moves you directly into a bunch of bees. So the righteous beans have all gone. This is the first round. Who would like to activate next? That's as the start of a new round.
Well, I was gonna say I could shoot all of these guys and with one shot real quick
Yeah, do that.
before they have a chance to move.
That's a good idea.
Because my howitzer has a blast too, so I'm pretty sure I could get everyone, including their support mech, there. If I shoot their
Yeah, go for it.
assault mech. So, yeah. But there's so many windows open right now.
You don't even know the half of it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and barrage with my howitzer and my mortar right into the middle of that crowd. The mortar won't hit the support mech, but the howitzer should.
All right. So so when you attack with the mortar, I believe it's a separate one for each target in the space, unless it says otherwise. So go ahead and roll.
Let's see. Arcing, inaccurate, loading, ordnance. Doesn't say anything about separate for. I don't.
Oh, in that case, just go for it.
Okay.
So remember to hit both of them actually, the hive and the. It's an 8 to hit the assault and.
Well,
the
I'm
hive.
targeting the assault just because the splash will hit everyone around it.
I gotcha.
So that's a 15.
All right, yeah, 15 hits. Even with difficulty?
Yes. Yeah, it already added the difficulty on there.
All right, so howitzer is hitting the support or the assault?
Well, it's hitting the assault, but the splash
will hit the
blast
you got
too.
It. You got
it should hit everything.
It sure does. The little drone is probably going to explode, but how much damage does it do?
10.
Oh yeah, the drone immediately sputters, crashes, and falls apart. The assault is going to take has already used its reaction, and if I recall correctly, gain resistance to all damage from the attack. So it's going to take the full 10 minus 1 for armor. So it's going to be looking pretty rough. And then the hive is going to take the 10 as well.
And
doesn't have armor.
The mortar isn't going to hit the support, but it should also hit the hive.
Yeah.
And that's a 10.
Ooh, okay. So the 10 does hit as well. So just to make sure the support takes the correct damage. All right. Support has armor, so it only takes 9, and then the hive is gonna get hit, and how much damage for the mortar?
Mortar is 7.
7. All right. Yeah. The
Yeah,
hive is
max
looking pretty
damage
rough.
that one.
Yeah.
Feeling good,
nice.
baby.
So the hive is looking rough. The assault looking rough. The support also looking rough. It's almost like you unloaded a bunch of explosive ordnance
yeah, it's
directly onto
almost
those
like-
mechs.
Yeah, so Shira's just in her thing, and there's just a big red button with a piece of masking tape, and it just says, it just explode everything, and she just slaps that button, and she's like, gatekeep, kill them all!
You can see all of them like scrambling to get rid of all the spam on their feeds, and as soon as they do, a bunch of explosive ordnance just like erupts around them. You can see the interior hallway is now looking pretty rough just in terms of like structural damage, but this thing is built sturdy. It's an elevator, the sturdiest of all structures.
Yeah, with that,
alright.
we'll go ahead and just kind of step down here into cover.
All right, so after that, the assault. Or actually, I'm going to have the hive activate, and
Oh, jeez.
they're slowed, so they can't actually do a bunch of extra stuff. I believe slowed means that they're stuck to doing like the basics. Yeah, they can on their turn they can't boost or make any special moves granted by talent, systems, or weapons. So they can only make their move basically. I don't think talents, systems, or weapons. So no special moves, but regular moves is fine. All right, so with that, I'm going to have the hive. It's going to target Segway with a drone barrage. What's your E defense?
8.
8. So this is going to hit.
No.
You can choose. You can either become immobilized and impaired until the end of your next turn, or immediately move 5 spaces in a direction chosen by the hive.
What's him impaired do?
Impaired is rough. It's the thing. It will. What's the word I'm looking for? You receive a difficulty to all attacks, saves, and skill checks,
Oh man.
and you will be immobilized, so you won't be able to move.
Okay. All right. Let's just go. Let's go hang out with them. They can move me 5.
All right. Oh, they're not moving you very far. They're just slamming you into their own drones.
Oh man.
So you go ahead and take 2 burn. The way burn is going to work. This one's always confused. It's kind of like poison damage in an RPG.
Okay.
And basically, I believe I will look it up because that's one of the ones I always forget.
Do you want me to say?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah. You immediately take 2 armor-piercing burn damage, and then you also mark 2 burn up at the top of your mech. At the end of your turn, you will roll an engineering check. If you pass, you clear all burn. If you fail, you take that damage again, and it'll continue to stack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I take 2 damage initially.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
It's armor piercing because your mech is a little bit on fire as a bunch
You're
of
on fire.
B-shaped mechs start to like burn into you.
Bees!
And so that was a quick action for the drone barrage. So then it's going to, because it can't do anything extra since it's slowed. So it can't do any special moves. It is just going to fire its HK Nexus, which is a nat 1, so you don't even have to worry about it. It's like nothing happened. It's a bunch of it's just so excited that it slammed you into a bunch of drones that they just don't do what they were planning on doing.
Just fired straight up into the air.
Yeah.
And they can't move past the support, and the supporty healing mech is now completely exploded. So they're just going to stay behind soft cover because at least that helps against Segway. Not against arcing weapons, clearly, but at least against Segway. So yeah, that's going to be the hive's turn.
One of you 3 want to go on the other side?
I can go. And Nico just is like shooting and weaving and ducking into the smoke bomb. And it's just like bees, 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 bees. And I want to I'm gonna move. Boop, boop. Well, I did ask him that since Willie Point's covered in bees and immobilized, can I help? Or is that just kind of the situation you're in?
You can kill the hive that made it. That would be the ideal.
Where?
I was gonna say, how do you kill bees?
So if you destroy the hive,
Bees.
Yeah, if you destroy the hive that's controlling the nanomachines that it created will explode and die.
But are they right here on boiling point, or were they back?
Boiling point was pushed into them by the hive.
Okay. Okay, well, the first thing I'm gonna do, I want to get a shot off on this guy over here.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna go ahead.
They are slowed and impaired.
Yes, and I'm gonna barrage. If you barrage, does it have to be on the same target? Can you?
No, it can be different targets. It just has to be different boxes.
Okay, sweet.
And I just remembered, taking into account the drone barrage quick tech against Bestie, there might be a chance you don't have the burn because there's supposed to be a difficulty there. So let me go ahead and do that. Bestie, you're fine. You actually don't take that burn damage. I lied.
Hey.
You can move back to where you were because I forgot about the impair.
Life is good again.
Yeah.
Well, I hit barrage and it didn't do anything.
Because you have to pick the weapons that you want to shoot with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you fire. two
Oh,
weapons
okay. I
with
got it. Okay. All right. So I whip out my gun again, and I'm like, I can't believe they have bees, and I shoot that same person again.
And same person is the assault that you've been skirmishing with right now.
Yes.
Got it.
I think I missed.
What was your roll? You have to hit an 8 or higher.
I got a 7.
7. That's gonna miss.
I missed, but then
Yeah.
oh,
No, you're good.
and it pings off of him, and then I'm like, bees. Wait, I don't have bees, but I have wasps, and I want to
no.
release my own Nexus drones.
Cool.
Onto the ones that are attacking boiling point.
They're not targetable that I know.
They're not.
The hive. It's the hive is just controlling a bunch of nanomachines.
Yeah,
As far as I
it's
know.
a swarm of things. It's like trying to hit a swarm of
Yeah.
you're shooting at a swarm of bees. Like
Yeah, it's weird.
You
They are
might kill a
tagged as
couple, but it
drones.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're tagged as drones, but they don't have like a health bar or anything.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry, I misunderstood when you said I could attack
No.
them.
But you can attack anybody else with your Nexus.
Fine.
'Cause that's basically your hacking attack.
Yeah. I'm inspired, and I shoot them at that same assault mech.
Sure.
I got a 16.
16 is going to hit against the assault's E defense.
And come on, scroll down. Oh, hold on. It didn't let me look at the damage.
How long does the slow and impair last on your cool ability, Anna?
Until the end of their next turn.
Oh, cool. So the hive that just went, it goes away. We'll make a note.
So not only did I miss with my shot, I did 1 damage with my drones.
So you can see the assault just on the other side, who's been like trying to dodge and leave some gunfire, just kind of stop for a minute and shrug, look around, realizing that they haven't actually taken any damage.
No, they are. You can hear them plinking off
Yeah.
of.
You can still move if you want. You do still have your movement. If you want to get onto the bulkhead to protect it. All right. So while you all are on the defense points, the enemy cannot actually get onto them.
Cool. Sorry, I was muted. I do want to move and stand on that.
You got it. All right. So that should be your turn because you barraged and moved. Up next is I'm going to say the support mech is probably a safe bet. So it's going to, let me read a thing. Oh, interesting. So as it ambles up next to the hive and the assault, you can see that the support has provided its own kind of defensive aura to it because it has its own nanomachines that are like slowly patching up some of the wounds. While next to the support, the allies are going to be able to roll twice for saves and choose the higher result, which is nice. And then it's going to use the sealant gun on the hive. So as a quick action, wait, no, I'm thinking of a different thing. That's a different thing. Yes. Okay, so sealant gun does something different. I will keep that in mind. None of these are burned at the moment. So instead, I'm going to launch a latch drone. That is a full action. All right, so that having blown up this drone, I'm going to move over here. You see a slightly different, wiggly-looking, squid-like drone pop out of the support mech. And as it launches, it clamps onto a character within range 3. So let me go ahead and make it invisible to you all. He's wiggly. He's down there.
He's just full of little guys.
Yeah, the little truck in the back is full of little guys. So this one deploys, and it's actually going to clamp onto the hive. So it's going to have plus accuracy and regain 5 at the start of each of its turns. Or actually, it'll attach to the assault. That's smarter. So at the start of each of its turns, it'll heal 5, and it gains accuracy in all checks and saves.
Heal 5? Holy shit.
So, but you can target the drone, much like you did last time. So this drone is attached to this
I'm just
assault.
gonna keep dumping shit on him.
I'll shoot the drone and then.
So with that, I think the support is going to be, that's the most it can do this turn. So who would like to go next?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to pop up a shield against the assault because I just have a feeling. So that's 1 heat. And then I am going to, let's see, we got this little guy, just a little guy healing up, and then those 2 are behind cover. So is the little guy behind cover?
The little guy?
Yeah.
The little guy is it is attached to the assault, so it is behind cover.
Okay.
It's just a little awkward because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to go ahead and try to take a shot at the little guy.
All right, go ahead and take your shots. I will let you know if they hit. You do have 1 difficulty because of the cover.
Okay. So I clicked barrage on the assault rifle, but it did not pop up.
I think you might have to just hit the attack rolls on its own.
How does one do that?
If you press, there should be a button next to the gun that lets you attack with it.
I'm imagining this happening in canon, and Teddy's
Yeah.
like,
Teddy's like,
Pulling at the manual
God.
again. How do I push this again?
Yeah.
Teddy, I keep telling you to put tape on all your directions. It'll tell you what to do.
Oh, well, you know how I am with tape. It sticks to my fingers, and then they feel weird later.
And then it peels off, and I can't
so
find
specific. Here, I'll go
You
into the
can
mech
use a
hangar.
marker. Just draw and don't tell anyone.
Oh, I'll know, though. I'll know.
So, you have to click when you click barrage. You have to
Yeah.
click 2 different mounts.
Oh,
so if you've
okay.
only
So I'll click
Yeah,
barrage there,
so-
and then I'll click, I
yeah.
guess, with my pistol.
pistol, yeah. So you pop off some shots and then you switch to your other gun and fire off another thing.
Okay,
That's what's
cool.
going on.
I see here. All right, I got a 17 on my assault rifle.
All right. Are they all the same target,
Yeah. I think
or
so.
are you switching targets in between?
Yeah.
Okay, so you absolutely blow up that drone. Like the drone is gone.
Nice.
Wait, sorry. Roll your damage, but I'm pretty sure.
I got
Between
3
your
on the assault
pistol.
rifle.
Yeah. And what'd you get on the pistol?
The pistol, I got 4, but
Oh yeah.
it has the reliable.
Reliable. All right. So that drone explodes.
Oh yeah, look at
Look.
me.
I was about to activate that assault too. I was like, oh, and then it'll heal. It'll have a great time, and then it blew up.
I knew your tricks. And
Yeah, good
I am
choice.
going to use another of my leadership points and just say, a boiling point you probably want to get out of them there bees. They don't look like a good time.
I can't take a leadership die because I'm able to give them out.
Oh, okay.
Oh
then,
no, you're both too strong.
Fortunately.
then I will give one to Wrench since you're coming up soon.
Alright.
Wrench, you should just, I don't know if you got a large wrench or whatever it is, but it looks like, you want to back up Mudlark over there?
Don't even listen. Just as you mentioned, large wrench, like that's a great idea. Large
Oh,
wrench.
nice.
Oh, why didn't
Just
I think of
replace the
that?
sword with a large wrench.
Well, I've got
Alright.
my prototype weapon. Can be whatever I want. So large wrench.
Nice. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. The assault is going to activate this turn. Looking pretty rough, but at this point, there's no backing out because there's a support directly behind it, and its little fun mech was kind of ruined, so to speak. So it's not even getting any healing. So instead, it's just going to. Did I give it any extra stuff? Okay. No, I just gave it rank discipline, which I guess I would stay, pop a shot, and then move. That would make more sense. So, while this assault is next to allies, it has +1 accuracy on stuff. So because it's a disciplined. Erica, very disciplined, and is going to fire their heavy assault rifle at you, Bestie.
It's got +2 difficulty.
Yeah. Oh, so you you mean +3 because of the additional impairments from boiling point. So let me roll some more d6s.
And
I'm
I
pretty
got
sure.
that smoke for soft cover.
Oh yeah, no, it's still reliable. So despite this, you're still gonna get tagged for 2 damage.
All right.
But it misses wildly. Like nothing really hits anything important. But you know, it's spraying and praying. It's working to that extent.
And when I have armor of 1, that means it'll just take it down by 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll just take it down. So you'll only take 1 damage. Ooh, look at you. All right. So with that, I can't really do much else. So maybe you can make a quick action. And yeah, it'll try to invade your Segway.
Rude.
Which with it still has some difficulty because it is still impaired. So that's still a nat 20. So even with a difficulty from being impaired, that is still a 19. So you're going to take 2 heat, and now you are impaired. So now you have difficulty on doing your stuff.
Oh, dang it.
All right, and then from there, the assault is going to finally finish scrubbing all of the requests for money off of the operating system and be able to see clearly again, as it aims like a quick small hacking burst at you and manages to slip by some of your defenses. So if you see your 3rd bar, that's the red bar, that is your heat bar. So whenever you got heat, you can move that up. Same for you, boiling point. I know you're moving towards that danger zone.
Yeah, I've just been doing it on CalCon.
You got it. You don't have to on Roll20, but if you get a chance between rounds, I absolutely would be happy about it. All right, so that's going to be the assault. Who would like to pop up next?
Would people be okay with me going next?
I was going to say I would let you because I want to hopefully get someone closer so I can use a howitzer shot.
Okay.
Trying to hit more people.
Yeah, I start my turn in the hive, so I take more burn damage.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Cool. This is great.
This is fine.
I'm going to take a huge risk, because I'm not going to deal with burn damage this turn.
No engineering checks this time.
Well, it'll be at the end of my turn. We'll see whether or not I take the damage. As a protocol, I will activate.
I'm going to give you a little 4 burn here, so don't mind me.
Okay. I will activate my Shepherd protocol, and I'm going to move my turret drone up a bit so it has better line of sight.
It deploys little quad legs and shifts over.
Yes. Yeah, it kind of scurries over. I think heat is radiating off of it as well.
Oh yeah,
I build all of my stuff to run hot.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, no, it's starting to glow in certain aspects of it. There's like little points of it that are starting to steam.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I will overcharge, which 1d3 gives me 2 heat, so that puts me into the danger zone.
Ooh,
right where I like to be.
Nice.
Update that for you. That did not update.
You're good.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I'm in the danger zone. I am going.
Danger zone achieved.
It's just if I start my turn or
if you
into
move
the space, right?
Yeah, if you move into it or start your turn. So as soon as you leave it, you will be safe from it,
Okay.
unless the hive moves you back into it again.
Awesome. I will move 4 over as I'm kind of running from this swarm of bees over to the soft cover.
Mhm.
I'll call out to everyone. That support drone seems like a real issue. I'll see what I can do with it. And I will first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my frame trait Brilliance, which gives me a free action quick tack once per scene. And I'm going to invade it so I can get a scan on it.
Absolutely. So go and roll your thing. Its E-defense is not very good, so you will likely hit. And did I miss a thing or?
Nope, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm getting ready to press the button.
That's a 12.
Yeah, it's an 8 to hit this one. So you see all of its stats.
Awesome. Let me see the stats before I make a choice.
Yeah.
He cap
got
with
8.
fate. Oh, I like to see that because I am in the danger zone. So this
Oh,
gives
no.
him 4 heat.
Oh, sick. Yeah, no, as soon as your invade finishes like the patch finishes loading into the support mech, the person behind it is like, are all the drones? And then they check the back and they see all the drones are starting to like heat up and a bunch of sparks are starting to fly inside of them. So they look worried.
I will, on this one, I will fragment signal so it'll impair and slow.
All right, so the support is not only having a bad time, they're having a worse time.
Awesome. Well, it's going to get even worse because he only has an 8 heat cap.
Yeah.
So that was my free one from
Quick tag.
Brilliance, which is a free action, so it does allow me to repeat. I also automatically, with that, get either a bolster or a lock on.
Ooh, cool.
I will... I'll throw a lock on onto the hive that's over here for
You got it.
anybody to use, whoever wants to
There
get
is
it.
now a little archery symbol because there's a lock on it.
I
Awesome.
think I can really fuck up this group next round. I have an idea.
Remember, I got
Oh,
that
boy.
spotter thing, so if you come near me and use that lock on, then you're gonna get some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My overcharge quick action, I'm going to evade again on the support guy.
You got it.
This is where my
This is
Ooh,
where it
that's-
explodes.
that's a 22. This is where my frame really shines, is taking down single big opponents by just melting the reactor.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter because it's going to take 4 heat, which will push it to its cap, and you see
it only
all
takes
of the...
2 this time.
Oh, Nuclear Cavalier does not.
It's
Is that
only the
Nuclear
first
Cavalier?
one, yeah.
Cool. All
It's only the first one of the turn. So it'll
right.
take 2 this time.
All right, so it's still looking very hot. All of the little mechs and all of the drones inside are sparking and screaming like R2-D2 does inside of that like little bus.
I am going to balance control lockout for this one.
Mhm.
I can push it 2 spaces. I'm going to... Is it larger than this cover?
It is about the same size.
Okay.
So I'd say you can do like a fun thing where it like tumbles over. Well, it's technically bigger because it's size 2 and the cover is only 1x2. So yeah, it's bigger.
I'm going to yank it towards us so it tumbles over that and it will fall prone.
Oh yeah, no. It is grabbed, and so it's the way it almost looks. It's almost as if somebody like hit the gas on something that is not meant to hit the gas in this capacity. So the legs just start to vibrate violently as it like almost Prince of Persia runs on the wall to get over and on top of the hive, tumbles over the top of the cover, and lands on the bulwark hatch, but is functionally prone and can't do anything because it's already gone this turn.
Nice. So that was a free action for my frame trait and an overcharge, so I still have a full or 2 quick left, and I'm going to use
Oh,
that
man.
full for wide
it.
area code pulse and hit all enemies with my sensors with the tech attack.
Cool. So that support's probably going to melt this turn, and then everybody else is going to have a bad time.
This is why they hired you
Mhm, mhm,
for this
mhm.
team.
Electronic
It's okay.
specialist.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
Oh yeah, no, that hits all of them.
So first for the support, I'm going to
Melts.
use System Crusher,
Yeah.
which gives it 4 heat, and if that causes them to hit their heat cap, they take 4 burn as well.
So it melts. The support just like slowly, you hear all of the screaming drones inside, and the pilot's like, "Oh god, it's way too hot in here!" And it just like all of the circuits crash, the parts of it begin to crumble. Its reactor, it doesn't overload and explode, but it definitely is like whoever's inside is not alive anymore.
Just put your head directly into the slag, it'll go faster.
You see one of the spider arms give a light thumbs up, and then the mech crushes.
I thought you were
and falls
supposed to
apart.
hide in a doorway.
No, that's for a
yeah.
tsunami.
Oh, okay.
For
Alright,
the other
so that's-
two,
Yeah.
for the other two, they will each take 2 heat, and I'll do balance control lockout. So I'm going to yank both of them diagonally up outside of their cover and knock them
Oh,
prone.
sick! Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, how many squares?
2. So it should, kind of bring them just out of cover.
Oh, well,
And
there
they
goes
are-
like literally my whole
I
thing.
think,
I mean,
I think you could still blow them up, though.
They're both really
probably.
low.
We
They're
didn't
both
let
not
them get
looking so
healed.
good.
You
Yeah.
kind of split them up, and there's a swarm and a guy standing in my way.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's
because,
okay. There's other things I can do to just
And,
ruin
yeah.
people's days.
Oh yeah, no, the support's having a bad day. The other two are not faring much better. Their mechs are starting to cook as well, and they have been flung onto the ground as their systems have betrayed them.
Come on over, comms. That's much better. Should be easier to kill him now without that support.
Thank you.
Yeah, the support
It kind of
gives,
like them all grouped together, though.
yeah, the support
Sorry.
mech is upside down with like one like Terminator thumbs up from its spider arm, and that's all it's got. All right,
I now have to make an engineering save.
sure do.
Where?
And you've already
I'm
taken
also melting.
you've already taken the 2 burn.
Yes. This is
Yeah.
to see whether I clear or take this damage again.
You got it, because it's up to
Great.
4 now because you started your turn in it.
Where do I roll? I always forget on CompCon where you roll saves.
I want to say you just click the actual ability score, but I could be wrong.
No, that doesn't work because that's what I thought it was too.
Beans.
Gotta be. It's somewhere. I remember it being somewhere.
Yeah, it's okay. While you set that up, I believe I did the assault. I have not done the hive on this side, so I think I will. You know what? Yeah, because if I don't do the hive now, the gatekeep is gonna go and blow everything up. So the hive is gonna activate. It's prone, so it has to use its whole movement to get back up. So it rights itself, which is hard because it's a cylinder on legs. And it's going to do 2 things. It's going to do another drone barrage at Segway.
Oh.
This time with no additional difficulty, as far as I know. Actually, wait, I already used this guy because I used him to clear his stuff way earlier on. So
That's true.
no, I lied. He doesn't. He stays prone, and I need to remember my own numbers. Instead, the other hive is going to... Oh, no. Better. The Aegis is going to activate. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. He is slowed and impaired, but he's going to do the things that Aegises do. And let me read its abilities. The Aegis is not actually impaired or slowed because it's immune to those things. Reading the mech explains the mech. Let's see. Much like Bestie Bear, people next to the Aegis can use it as hard cover. So now as it's into position, the assault nearby is now able to use it for cover. And then the final, those are just traits. I'm trying to remember all the things this guy does. It's going to activate its system defense grid, or defense net. So it clamps down onto the ground and lets out this pulsing aura shield that encompasses a whole bunch of stuff. While it's active, everything in the aura that is an ally, including itself, has a +2 difficulty to hit. So let me go ahead and give myself spooky aura. So right now, does the turret get a reaction shot at the Aegis?
Did somebody hit it?
No one's hit it.
No. It goes off when an ally hits somebody within
Okay. That's right,
anywhere
because
within
Mudlark...
line of sight. Yeah.
Okay, you got it. All right. So Aegis is going to activate its little shield. Allied characters within also gain immunity to impaired or slowed, and remove these conditions if they enter the area if they already have them. So the assault down here loses its impaired and slowed as well. So now, yeah, the Aegis is now clamping down on the ground, uses its full action, and is now protecting the assault, and once the hive enters into the space, the hive as well. So it's now, and they can't be critical hit either. So a lot of stuff is going on, but basically the Aegis makes stuff in the Aegis zone hard to hit. The Aegis zone is 3 wide, so let me go ahead and show you that aura so you can see it. Or at least, I hope you can see it. Can you see this little red aura?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Yeah, stuff in the aura zone, in the Aegis zone, is going to have a hard time getting hit. All right, who would like to pop up next?
I will say I assume my 5 on my engineering check did not hit the save target, so I took 4 burn damage.
Yeah, no, that is an accurate
That was a
estimate.
risk. I
Yes.
look rough.
It's okay. Everyone's looking very cool. And yeah.
So, reminder: the core systems. What does that take to activate? Is that
You
What
are
was free
base
action?
Everest. Yeah, for your base Everest, you are a free action to activate. It gives you that extra quick tech, which I'm going to remind you, Mudlark, you have one of those because you didn't use it last turn. You have an extra quick thing that you can do because of your core boost.
I'm definitely going to use my.
Oh, and the
Feeling
additional
good.
accuracy as well.
Yeah,
Don't
you get
forget
one
that.
accuracy, all attack rolls, checks, and saves,
Yeah.
and you get to boost for free as a free action.
Yeah. So y'all don't forget that. Mudlarks, you can hit stuff easier. So can you, Reg.
So I can boost for free.
Yeah, you can go 4 movement for free. So you. Yes.
We both just hunker down on the door.
That's,
Hey,
yeah,
that's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
I'm kind of just thinking that's the. I was hoping I could get a little closer. But yeah, I will boost over. I'll move over to try and get closer to the bulwark. So just remind me, boost is like an additional 4.
Yeah, it's an additional
Whereas,
4.
Okay, yeah. So I just want to double check that. There, and then just get right up as close as I can.
You got it.
With that, I will then barrage
Ooh.
with. I really wanted to use my. Yeah, you know what? I think I never decided what range it was, so I'll say that my I already decided what damage it was, explosive. So
Okay, cool.
I never decided what range. I'll just say it's the 10 feet.
Take
I
out your
wanted to-
boomstick.
Well, see, originally my plan was to make it an explosive knife, but then I was like,
It's a
Bomb
pile
knife.
bunk. Oh man, I don't know if you've looked at some of the other mechs, but if you're interested in explosive, punchy type damage, there's mechs that get pile bunkers. I forget which one it is specifically, but it's basically the thing you clamp onto your fist and just load up the spear and just so it's very cool. You should look into that.
I might have a look. But yeah, I will try and dump all of this barrage
Sure.
onto the Aegis.
You got it. That's a good choice. The Aegis is a pain in the butt.
We'll go with the assault rifle. We'll go with the ability. So,
All right.
let's
So
see.
it's 2 difficulty. So you're whatever you're rolling, you're subtracting 2d6 from it.
Oh yeah, I can add that to this. To the there you go.
1 point to let you know about: if you're inside of the area, the Aegis effect is no longer active for it. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Characters
I
within
kind of
the affected area can attack
ass-
normally.
I assumed that
Oh,
was the case, and that's why I wanted to get within melee so I could just stab. But I can't.
I want to take a second to make sure I'm reading. Characters within the area may attack characters within and outside of the area normally. Okay, yeah. So it's one way.
Yeah, I knew that was the. I kind of assumed that was the case, but I didn't.
All right.
I don't know
so
if the
you're-
accuracy for is automatically, so I'll just add it on. And hopefully that's fine.
So you have the +1 accuracy from your leadership dice, and then so that cancels out one difficulty. So you can roll with just one difficulty instead.
I think I'm assuming comp does that anyway. So I've added one accuracy and 2 difficulty, and it seems to be fine.
Perfect.
So I got a 12 to hit with the assault rifle.
12. All right. So to hit the Aegis, we're looking at. Does your assault rifle have reliable?
I don't think it does. No.
It should have a little tag on the bottom if it does.
Oh, it does. It's reliable too. Yeah.
All right. So the Aegis has armor 2. But its evade is very low. It's actually very easy to hit an Aegis because it's a round ball on a bunch of spider legs. So yeah, you as long as you hit above a 7, you can hit it.
Cool.
So whatever your damage is, subtract 2, and that's the damage the Aegis takes.
I got 2.
All right. So the Aegis, you unload on it with because you have your bonus from being speeded up, and you have your bonus from your leadership dice, and you have all this like extra support going in, and just this Aegis is just made of very solid materials, and it all just plinks off. But you do have another weapon since you barraged.
I like to think it's really Wrench watching Glow and Boiling Point sort of just show off has just completely distracted them and just be like, so that's what makes a good pilot. I am not doing a good job.
Yeah, and you see as the bullets plink off of the Aegis, it creates a little hard light construct of like a happy face, and it turns into a sad face, and then it like a little hard light construct of 2 finger guns point at you, and this Aegis is real cocky about it. But you do the barrage, so you can attack again with a different weapon.
Like I say, I'll use my prototype, which is like right now it's just a sort of it looks like a small flare gun, but it does fire just like a large sort of heavy ordnance explosive.
Cool. Yeah, you take your flare gun, you level it, and you fire.
So at 15 to hit.
Yep, you're hitting. And explosive.
5 explosive damage.
All right. So with a crash, the Aegis is going to take some damage. Taking 3 because of the armor.
Good.
This time the sad face turns into like a little pirate, like a cartoon pirate, and they do the little like thing towards you, and then almost do like a get him, pointing at the assault mech that's next to it.
My little what do you call it? My little tiny manipulator arms just flip them off.
Yeah, no, the Aegis talks exclusively in emojis, and that's how it's gonna be. All right, so Wrench, you have gone. I believe that's most of the crew.
That's everyone, I think, yeah.
Yeah, all right, so now the assault is going to activate. It's feeling pretty safe. Oh, wait, you hit the Aegis, so the turret pops off, if you want to roll the damage for that.
Nice.
Am I rolling or are we letting?
Oh, I think it's Anna, because it's Anna's turn.
No, it's me, and it's not a roll. It's just 3 damage automatically.
Ooh. It is affected by armor, so it takes just 1, but 1 is 1.
It's
And yeah, the Aegis is slowly being chipped away at. It is ignoring the turret for now. The assault is going to 1, 2, 3 get behind some extra cover, although it already has hard cover being near the Aegis. And it has rank discipline, which is going to give it some accuracy, and it's going to fire and unload on Mudlark. So with an accuracy that's 10 to hit, Mudlark, what's your evasion?
My evasion is
Same as me.
it's 8.
All right, so you are taking the damage. You're taking 6 kinetic damage.
Cool.
All right, and then is there anything else? Honestly, it's pretty comfortable here next to the thing, because I believe it went from here 1, 2, 3. It's gonna move. I guess I would have to barrage to do this, so I'm gonna have set it up here, and then I'm gonna have to barrage, and it's gonna try to use its combat knife on the turret. It does not have any additional accuracy to it. Oh wait, rank discipline, so it does. It does 4 damage to the turret, so the turret survives. Chugging along with still able to do stuff. And finally, the hive is going to activate. This is a fresh hive, unbothered, moisturized, minding his own business, and then it unleashes a horde of bees.
I don't like those words together, Ian.
Yeah.
I appreciate these
Bees.
mechs doing proper skincare.
Moisturized bees.
I've been saying unbothered and moisturized lately because there's one character in the new Love is Blind season who's just minding his business and being an okay person, and I appreciate him for that. And Lucas, we'll talk about that later.
I was gonna say, yeah, I will talk to you about Love is Blind all day.
I'm not caught up yet, but me and Mads are watching it. Moving on. Mudlark, you are going to be, because it's already been, you see the assault has kind of focus fired, so let's do this. Let's do Mudlark. I'm going to aim at you with a drone barrage. So that's going to be 13 against your E defense, so I'm pretty sure that's going to hit. You can choose to be immobilized and impaired or flung in a direction up to 5 spaces.
Oh, I don't like those. Yeah, my E defense is 8. I will be flung.
All right, you are flung. Guess where you're going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hives are funny, and I appreciate them. So yeah, we're gonna, once I can get these tokens to cooperate, we're gonna move you onto this, which is 5 spaces. So you're flung bodily into the bees. In that case, you will take 2 heat. So there is I'm pretty sure I saw a thermometer on Roll20, but I could be wrong. Regardless, I'm going to put a little heat marker on you. And 2. So you immediately take your 2 damage. And you are down to 4 HP, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, these bees are no fun.
Yeah. Alright, so with that, the hive is going to... that was one of its moves. Its other move is... Oh. Let's see. So for recharges, I'd have to roll a d6 at the start of the turn to see if it gets it back. I believe is how that works. It does not get an additional swarm back. So instead, it's going to fire its Nexus at Wrench, which is just going to be an 8. It doesn't have any... Oh, it doesn't have any extra accuracies or difficulties. So is 8 beat your E-Defense?
E-Defense as 8.
All right, so you are taking 3 heat, and that's it.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, just 3 heat. So no damage, but you do feel a sudden heat shift in your mech, and that is the end of the second round. You hear a crunch and a crack as the door directly in front of the deployment zone area, the little bulkhead to the outside, is cracked open, and you see 2 boys pop in. You see a spindly-looking mech wielding some hard light projection shields, and you see a mech with it's a flamethrower. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It just has a flamethrower. And the 2 of them are looking around expectantly and are a little confused that there's still enemy mechs inside of here, but that's not going to change their perspective. So these are the reinforcements that arrive at the end of round 2.
Right.
Fun.
Yeah. All right. So it's around 9:30. So I want to check in with y'all. How are we feeling?
Pretty good. I do have to go to work here in a bit.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna
so-
have to- that's soon.
Yeah. All right. So what
But
I'm
it's-
thinking.
Grab for a few minutes.
I imagine
Alright.
we're like, no, we got him on the run, and then the door cracks open.
Oh, beans.
We were doing so
Alright.
well.
You're doing great.
down
So
one.
2 of you have popped your core passive, so you're going to be able to unload and do a bunch of cool stuff next turn. And functionally-
I think Teddy's gonna have to take care of those 2. They're pretty fucked up.
feel like
I'm
I got
pretty
this.
busy right here.
I was gonna say functionally because there's a half melted support on top of that bulkhead, it's inaccessible.
I
So
was going to bring
you've
that
actually
up.
given yourself,
Yeah,
you've
so
given
that's-
yourself an up. So you
one
only have
out
to
of
defend
2.
2 points. Yeah.
Nice. Go team.
Yeah.
All right, so rather than start around and try to remember where the hecky I am on the turn order, I'm going to say that for now, this combat's going to stop here as the doors crash open and a priest mech and a pyro mech step through. And we're going to move away from the space elevator, following its trajectory upwards until we arrive at the command center, where Captain Corsican is giving some orders hurriedly to a bunch of soldiers. And you can he looks over on his like little command desk module, and you can see that the elevator is on its way up with its ordnance shields, but it's currently being under siege by enemy mechs. So he looks around and goes, "I hope to God they can make it. They need to." And you see their screen like in front of Captain Corsican, who's like this very uptight like military commander, just like begin to twitch a little bit, and you see another like animated GIF of Dr. Robotnik Eggman that actually starts to talk, and you know that this is the captain of the Righteous Bean Space Pirates. This is Nick Roborts, and he pilots a very large mech, but you can hear the venom in his voice as he just kind of goes, "Oh, Captain, looks like your crew is on the ropes. We might have a couple more reinforcements, and we'll just get in that elevator. We're gonna take all your missiles. It's gonna be great. You're gonna have such a bad time. We're gonna take over this whole space station." Captain Corsican like slams the desk, and there's the image shudders a little bit and goes, "Hey, watch your temper. You gotta watch your blood sugar or something, right? Is it blood sugar, heart rate? I'm not a doctor." And you see the screen closes, and outside you see a large ship that looks like a sphere that is currently bombarding the space station. And on top of it, very Space Captain Harlock style, is a mech that is maybe 3 times the size of any of your mechs, that is like standing on top of the ship and directing a bunch of like ordnance fires on the space station. And that is Nick Roborts and the Mean Bean. That's the name of his mech. So you'll meet the Mean Bean in a future session. For now, we're gonna move the scene away as we get ready to close. So, just to check in, outside of my internet exploding, how are we?
That was good. That was fun.
That was fun.
Ugh.
I was anticipating just immediately starting with the combat.
It was good.
I wanted to give you a chance to do a cool thing and talk about your mechs, and then some explosions, and then some downtime. So that is the goal. So there is a little bit of downtime between this combat and the next one, but you will not have time for a full refresh. So if you are using all of your stuff, be aware you might want to save a few things for next time, but you will be able to repair.
That was good.
Right.
That was great.
Time to reload my howitzer.
You do have time to reload.
Reload.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna have time to reload before these two guys start shooting at
Oh, I
me.
told you to reload before you got in the car.
Only like 3 of us are on fire.
I was going to say, you've all
fine.
handily taken care of the right side of the map. It's going to be the left side. Also, I always forget how small the movement range of the mechs are starting off. So my fun little, like, I'll make the map like a Pac-Man thing has not really come into play very much.
Yeah, well, I was
Only
planning
4.
on that, but now I'm kind of like, oh wait, never mind. There's 2 guys right here that I got to take care of.
Yeah.
Because I was
There-
gonna just burn a whole bunch of shit to just sprint across to the other side.
I will say,
I'm gonna be a bit distracted.
these mechs are right at the door that they've just entered into the artificial gravity
I was planning
zone.
on pushing them out.
So you can do kind of like Luffy does with the zombie and just push it back down.
Push back down.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
yeah,
my
don't get me
thought.
wrong. Like, I'm probably gonna take that first turn just so I can push them back out the door. Like, no.
Sure.
You could do that.
Yeah.
I could take it and invade them and force them
Oh
out
yeah, and
as
just
well.
fling them out. That's
Make
awesome.
them walk back.
Make them leave.
Yeah. We'll just
Sorry.
take
Your
them
thing
apart
would
around
probably
the
be a
world.
bit more reliable than my thing of just blowing them
Well,
up.
you can ram ram is a basic action everybody has.
I am not going to ram Gatekeep into these guys. I have to protect Gatekeep. I'm not going to risk Gatekeep getting grabbed and thrown out into space.
He's a delicate boy.
He's a delicate boy. All right,
Print
so
another one.
we're doing pretty good. I will say, all things considered, this is about where I expected. Where like some of you would be hurt, and some of you would be fine, and things are dicey, which is what I wanted for the first combat.
I'm about
I
the
should-
structure, so that's fun.
I should say as well.
Oh yeah, you all have structure, so you have like extra health bars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should say as well, both those smoke grenades would have faded by now. They end after your second round.
Well, they're gone. Thank you for
So
reminding me.
that's
Nah,
not
I've got
great
more
either.
smoke grenades.
I've got more
Yeah.
as
I got
well.
smoke
but
grenades out the ass.
I,
All
just,
right.
I didn't roll high for my prototype weapon. I only got 1 use out of it this mission. So
Oh.
I missed
might
like
just hop out
I
of my
missed like
mech and
3
go blow
shots.
them up
We're fine.
myself.
We're doing good on the left side.
Honestly, the right side, functionally, it's fixed. The problem is solved. The blast door is sealed by a melted support mech.
I feel like
the
Gatekeep
other
and
side, I'm a little
Segway work so well together, like being a wall, and then Gatekeep just destroys everything behind the wall.
Yeah, no, it
Links
works great.
and they all fall over.
But yeah, no, I'm very proud of everyone's abilities at navigating a new system. I'm proud of my ability to manage all of it without going insane. So I'm excited. I have for this mission one more combat planned. It will not be this involved. It will very much be just like make it through the thing, blow up the guys. But it'll be fun. You'll get to meet the Mean Bean and possibly fight the Mean Bean.
It took
Likely
me so
fight the
long to
Mean
realize
Bean.
what the reference was, even with the Eggman thing.
It's Robotnik's Mean Bean machine.
Yeah, mean beam machine. Yeah, I don't know why it took
it's
me
a little
till
match 3.
now.
I've been thinking about puzzle games a lot lately.
Hmm.
All right. So with that little wind down, I want to thank everybody for showing up, coming in for a cool mech battle time. I appreciate the cast, those of you who are able to be here and pilot mechs at my whims. I apologize. It's going to be a lot of goofy references because I explicitly like the idea of naming mechs something stupid when no one's looking. Because it's fun to name them something cool. Like, my favorite Gundam is Barbados, because I think that name is sick as hell, and he has a big smashy hammer. But I think it's funny to name your Gundam something stupid. So we will see more stupid name mechs, I promise. And we will eventually make it to Bisexual Lighting Planet. This is the intro mission.
Where
So we'll see the...
lurks.
Yeah, or it's actually Grimace.
Yeah, I was gonna say
because he's
Grimace.
Purple. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody. I'm really excited to be GMing a game again. Let's do our sign-offs. You can find me on the internet at Ian_Caliente on Twitter. That's Ian_ the Spanish word for hot, where I don't have a good theming for my social media. I kind of treat it like a fun wall that I scribble on, and then I will retweet shows that I'm in or want to support. So you can see me doing that. I'm also on another show that involves vampires and vampire hunters and being exquisitely gay. It is Take Your Roles Crimson Harvest. It is 2 casts, 1 cast of vampires, 1 cast of vampire hunters, and we alternate game days until 2 weeks from now when we're going to have a full cast-on-cast vampire versus hunter face-off sort of thing. So I don't even know how that's going to happen, but I'm really excited. I'm also in podcasts, but some of them are on hiatus, so I will bring them up when they are not on hiatus. Let's do an order, but so I don't have to popcorn my brain. So Thomas,
real quick, actually, do you mind if I go first? 'Cause
Yeah, no, go for it.
My dog really has to go potty.
go for it.
So I'm going to go first, and then I'm going to duck out. You
Yeah.
can probably hear her maybe in the background if Zoom isn't cutting it. So, hello, I am Eve. You can find me over at Lawless Vic on the Twitter. That is Lawless is in crime, Vic is in victory. First, for the fun thing, I'm going to go ahead and recommend checking out the 1994 DC miniseries, Death the Wish. It's trans as fucking really fucking rad, but also a fuck ton of transphobia because it's just about a bunch of trans shit in 1994. So, know what you're getting into. But it's really cool. It goes so fucking hard. For the bad shit, maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. Missouri's Attorney General has just taken a colossal shit on trans people with an emergency order. So nobody got to vote for it. Nobody even voted for this asshole. He just gets to do things that effectively ban gender affirming care for everyone in the state. Now, that said, there is a grandfathering clause in there. It's still going to be a mess, but if you're in Missouri, you have until the 27th to find a informed consent clinic and get a prescription. You'll be grandfathered in, so you have until the 27th. Otherwise, you can also operate outside the state or go through DIY networks. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can get DIY HRT. It's a little bit harder with testosterone because that's a controlled substance. So it's a little bit more illegal. But, go talk to like a bodybuilder or hit up the gyms. They know where to get it. Trust me. And cis people, hey, just be prepared. Like, be ready, willing to take in refugees, because I already know several people that are bouncing out of the state. Same goes with like Texas and Florida and a couple others. Missouri, Texas, and Florida, those ones have been like the ones that have been going really exceptionally hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, cis people, get that money out. Fucking open up a room. Be ready and willing to take somebody in for a little while.
Yeah.
Hell, get some boots on fucking necks and a 9 on your hip. Like, go total fucking war on these assholes. All right?
Hell yeah.
Because we cannot do it ourselves. We are not a big enough population. We don't have very much power, and nobody gives a fuck what we say. So, like, we're kind of relying on you to, just a little bit. Anyways, that's all I got. My dog will not quit screaming at me, so I think she has to take a real big shit.
Yeah.
So, I will catch y'all later. I had a blast.
Leave your Zoom open so that it doesn't mess up the squares. Leave your Zoom open.
Leave your Zoom open.
Okay.
Just turn off the camera.
I muted you, so you're good.
Okay, yeah, you're set.
Yeah.
Our magical
right.
boxes, they've been saved.
They've been saved.
All right. So after Eve, I was gonna do a whole order in my mind, but Eve is absolutely correct. Be there to support all of your trans homies and homies is gender neutral. I'll keep it. But I can't give my home, unfortunately, because it's in Florida, which is where people are trying to leave from. So I'll help out in other ways. That's all we can do. We want to move to Lucas.
Okay, yeah. So I am the GM of the Ballad of Seven Dice podcast campaign for our Pathfinder group. We have a game going called Escaping Carcosa, where it is 2 different groups that are essentially one group, the Pathfinder group, is stuck inside a video game. The Call of Cthulhu group is trying to break that group out and free them. Hooray! And it is quickly going into the Nightmare Realm. We're just wrapping up our day 1, which is like a season 1 right away. So be sure to check that out. It's every bi-weekly on Saturdays at 4 p.m. CST in podcast and video format. Okay, things I want to promote. There's a brand new TTRPG podcast out there called Hot People Play TTRPGs. It's about real hot people getting together, playing cool TTRPGs, and supporting the indie ones out there. So check that out. My spouse, Michelle, is an editor on that. It's sounding real good. Tenzin's doing a fantastic job bringing in these guests. So yeah, check it out. It's a brand new podcast. It's a lot of fun. What else do I have? I think that's good for me. Show up to support your friends. Definitely.
All right, we are moving forward, moving along. Up next is going to be. I had a whole order in mind, and my brain is just melting. I think I've hit my limit, so I'm glad we're stopping right now. Jess, go.
Hi there, I'm Jess. I am art_fantastical on the social medias. I post art of our games and memes. I still have a backlog of Rise of Nyarlathotep art that I'm slowly finishing, so that will be happening still. I'm on Rise of Nyarlathotep. It is all on YouTube if you want to binge it, and you want more weirder horror, but also feelings. There's some nice feelings in there. I'm also on a show by Pseudonym Social called The Holiday Brigade, where a group of weird supernatural investigators are fighting against supernatural holiday-themed story monsters, and it's been very fun. I don't know what to promote. Listen to Oddity Roadshow. It's good. Friends of the show. We've shouted them out before, but they're great.
Yeah. All right. Anna.
That's me. Hey, I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG streamer and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter at Archival Dust Bunny and most other social media at that or Archival Dust Bunny. As far as where to find me in shows, when I'm not here, Wednesday nights you can find me over on Valdrin's channel for season 2 of Morphs in the Swamp, our Animorphs Blades in the Dark campaign. It is a lot of fun if you enjoy teen drama, trauma, and romance. Season 2 is a great place to jump in, but season 1 is also available on YouTube if you are interested in Animorphs. Friday, you can find me on Girls Run These Worlds with a brand new campaign called Gently on the Wind. It is a Valor Magical Girl campaign. We are magical girls in the last year of study at our magical school. It's a Ghibli-inspired type story, and it's going to be a lot of fun. You can catch the premiere of that next Friday. Saturday nights, you can find me over on Lost Caravan with Fatal Ascension, our Fabula Ultima campaign. Fabula Ultima is a TTRPG system based on the golden era of JRPGs. So if you grew up with those like I did, it's a lot of fun to jump into. We're only 1 episode deep, so it's very easy to catch up. We started off with a bang. We are already being framed for murder. We're on the run. I play Cadence, the time assassin, who's feeling just a bit of guilt for her career choices. So it's a lot of fun. Keep an eye out on Thorny Dryad's channel for U-Force Inheritance, our Masks actual play with an amazing cast. All of those videos are available on demand. We play that monthly, so very easy to keep up to date on that. If you enjoy Lancer, if you're watching this, I'm sure you do, you can find me in Response Team Omnicron, a Lancer actual play podcast, following a PR team who unexpectedly ends up on the front lines of a brewing conflict. We have sci-fi feels, narrative first mech combat, roleplay focused characters. It's just a lot of fun. You can find us anywhere you normally get your podcast and on Twitter at RT Omnicron. Then also keep an eye out for Emergent Code, an upcoming queer and trans-led Animon story podcast, taking cues from Digimon Survive and Digimon Tamers. We split our cast up. Half are playing the kids, half are playing the Animon. And it's an amazing group of characters and an amazing cast. You can find our cast reveal on Twitter at Emergent Code Pod. Very soon we will have our character introductions and a character reveal trailer up with our first set of episodes following shortly after. But follow us at Emergent Code Pod to keep up to date on that. Lots of other things in the process as well that I can't talk about yet, but social media is the best place to keep up with where and when you can find me.
All right. Thank you. Thomas.
Last but not least, as always. So yeah, you can find me on... I don't post a lot, but I am on Twitter at nonstop. I think it's... I can never remember what the lore line thing is. GM. I also host and GM for the Role Performance podcast. We have a long-running sort of D&D campaign that's going on that has a little bit of a break as it ended with the guys just resolving a bank robbery, and they weren't the robbers, before anyone questions it. It's a sort of jazz-infused, sort of 1920s inspired setting, so there's a lot of emerging technology, cars, and various automobiles, and an immersion music scene. And if you like the idea of 2 musicians traveling the world and unexpectedly getting involved in large cultist shenanigans, then I think our D&D campaign was right up your alley. We also play other games. We try our best to sort of anything that I can get my hands on, I will try and get the guys to play. We are currently uploading 10 Million Hit Point Planet, which is essentially a game of which the players just try and beat up a planet because it's trying to kill all the inhabitants on itself. And you can do that through various wacky and strange ways. I don't really have much else to... the only other thing I would like to, I guess, promote is my friends do also have their own podcast called Free Failed Pilots, where it's essentially the name implies, 3 people, my friend Rody, Harry, and their friend Jacob, where they every week or every time an episode comes up, they've got a new pitch, and essentially they're just trying to each pitch an idea based on a certain theme. If you want an episode to get you going, I did record an episode with Harry and Rody where we essentially pitched spaghetti western movies to each other, and the episode titles are always very intriguing because they just tell you straight what you're going to get. The episode is called WWE Legends: Assemble an Ensemble Cast and Spaghetti Comedy.
Oh,
Nice.
It's a very fun.
What a
show.
name!
It's a really fun show. The idea is obviously at the end we would decide whether or not the idea is worthy of being greenlit or not.
Oh, cool.
So it's a fun wee show.
Alrighty, thank you everybody. Check out my cast's projects. I'm gonna post a little thing in the chat because I'm very, very happy. Thank you everyone. I'm super duper excited. I can't wait to do more. I have a lot planned for the planet. That's just hanging out and catching the planet vibes. It's a moon. It's an ice moon. We'll get there. But everyone will have cool new mechs for the little time skip after this mission. This is just to get everybody's feet wet and kind of like go into the mission that forged the bond of this mercenary company that still has remained unnamed. But we're going to give it time and we're going to figure out the name, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and bring it to a close. Check out cool things that interest you, especially the things that this cast does. Have a good rest of your night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.